Welcome to Film Recapped. In today's video we will be going through the 2021 action fantasy superhero film, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. The movie starts by showing Xu Wenwu, who is alone fighting the enemy's army with the help of the supernatural Ten Rings, and no one knew where these 10 rings came from. Those rings had age-old and holy power, and whoever wore them became eternal. By using those rings, Xu Wenwu had won many battles, and at the same time, he founded his own community which he named the Ten Rings, with the help which he defeated kingdoms and demolished governments throughout history, and for this reason this community became quite famous all over the world. Now after controlling the whole world, in 1996 Wenwu started researching a village Ta Lo, a village said to harbor imaginary beasts and powers. Now when Wenwu was passing through a magical forest to enter the village, their way was obstructed by trees and their car slipped into a ditch, but luckily he got out of the car on time and he entered the forest, where his way is blocked by a custodian named Ying Li who tells him to go back. Due to this there is a fight between them and Yang Li gives a challenging competition to the Wenwu. While fighting they both fell in love. Now Wenwu abandons the 10 rings, and when the villagers reject Wenwu, Li chooses to leave with him and they have 2 children, Shang-Chi and Xialing. Now when Shang-Chi was young, his mother tells him about a great protector dragon who guards their village Ta Lo, and at the same time, she gives Shang-Chi a locket with a green gem on it and an identical pendant to her daughter Xialing, saying that it will protect you. The movie transitions to the present where Shang-Chi lives in San Francisco, America, changing his name to Sean. One day when he wakes up in the morning, he finds a postcard on his side table, behind which the great protector dragon is made. Sean works there as a valet with his friend Katie, and both of them are friends for the last 10 years. In the evening when Sean and Katie are having dinner with Katie's friends, Sean tells how once Katie saved him from bullies. Katie's friend tells them to be serious in life. She says that Katie has a degree in honors and Sean knows 4 languages, and even after being so talented, you guys do the work of valet parking. The next day Sean goes to pick up Katie at her house. Both of them are going for their duty in a bus when a man comes to Sean and tries to snatch his pendant. And he hits the man with a punch, and then a fierce fight begins. Sean is fighting them all by doing martial arts when a man makes them live on social media. Then comes the Razor Fist from behind, whose one hand is a sword. The action starts again, and Razor Fist and Sean start fighting. The driver of the bus passes out in all this, and Katie starts driving the bus. Since the bus was about to break into 2 pieces, Sean tells all the passengers to go to the front half. Sean jumps on the first half. Later when Sean checks, the Razor Fist had taken away his pendant. Katie asks him what is all this going on, to which Sean says that I will tell you everything after I come back, but at the moment I have to go to Macau to reach my sister before those people reach her. But when Katie insists on him, he tells her that his sister had sent him a letter a few months ago and that the men were sent by his dad. Katie goes with Sean even though he doesn't want to. Here Sean tells about his past, that when he was 7, his mother was murdered by Wenwu's adversaries, the Iron Gang. Wenwu massacres the Iron Gang and resumes leadership of his organization. When Shang-Chi was 14, Wenwu sent him to assassinate the Iron Gang's leader, and after completing his mission he ran away from there. And then Sean reveals that his name is not Sean but Shang-Chi. Finally both of them reach Macau, and Shang-Chi, looking for his sister, comes to an underground fight club where we also see a small fight between Wong and Abomination, in which Wong beats Abomination by creating a portal that causes Abomination to punch himself in the face and knock himself out. After this, it is Shang-Chi's turn, and when he goes to the ring, he finds out that his opponent is none other than his sister Xialing. Xialing starts attacking him and starts beating him continuously, but Shang-Chi tells her that their father Wenwu is behind them. He has sent his men to attack him and they would come to attack her too. Xialing ends the fight by knocking him out with a kick. After the fight, when they all were talking, Xialing tells Katie that before Shang-Chi left he told her that he will be back in 3 days, and after 3 days Xialing went to their mother's shrine and waited for him. But then 3 days turn into week, and weeks turn to month, and then to years. After 6 years she realized that she doesn't need him anymore. And that is why she is so angry with him. Then she tells him that she doesn't need him now. Shang-Chi asks her that then why did she send her the postcard, to which she tells him that she did not send any card, and suddenly they get attacked by 10 rings. A very intense fight starts here, and during this Katie falls down but Xialing saves her. Shang-Chi's fight is with the Death Dealer, and the Death Dealer was the one who trained Shang-Chi in martial arts in his childhood. Shang-Chi defeats him too and was about to kill him, but just then Wenwu stops him and captures them all including the pendant and takes them to the 10 Rings compound. Xialing tells Katie that she was never taken care of after her mother's death. She was not allowed to train with the boys, but she learned everything by herself. She ran away when she was 16 when she came to know that her brother would not come back. His dad wouldn't let her into his empire, so she set up her own underground fight club in Macau. At dinner, we come to know that Katie's Chinese name is Ru Wen, and one of the Americans did not know the Chinese name of Wenwu, so they named him Mandarin, and not only this, he had many names like Warrior King, Master Khan, and the most dangerous man on earth. But everything changed when he met their mother. After that, he realized a new world. Li had given up everything to be with her, and so did Wenwu, leaving the 10 rings. And after that, they all started living a happy life. But after the death of their mother, he was lost for a long time, but now he knows what to do. Wenwu desperately wanted to connect with their mother, so he again went to look for Talo village, but he could not find the entrance there, but he came to know what they are hiding. On the other hand, there is a gate somewhere in the mountains where their mother is waiting for them all. He says that it is difficult to believe this thing, but once he was sitting there lost in his research, then she talked to him and told him that she needs his help in saving her from those people. Shang-Chi explains to his dad that there is nothing like this, then his dad put both pendants in the eyes of a dragon statue, from which water comes out, and a map is made with a path that opens only once a year that goes straight to that gate. But to go through that gate, they must know the exact time of its opening, and now he knows both. Wenwu tells them that's why they have been brought there to help him. Xiaoling says that Talo will not let them open the gate, on which Wenwu says, then we will burn the village itself. But when Shang-Chi disagrees with him, he puts everyone in the lockup. When they are all in lockup, they start hearing a strange scream, and when they follow that voice, they find a man named Trevor. Trevor has a creature named Morris who recognizes Shang-Chi as he had grown up in Talo with his mother, but Wenwu picked him up one day from the magic forest when he went to find Talo's door. Morris wants Shang-Chi to take him back, to which Shang-Chi says that the way opens only once a year, but Trevor tells him that Morris can take them there. But it can be dangerous. They all take Razor Fist car and leave from there. When they are passing through the forest tries to eat them, but they come out from there somehow. A waterfall comes in front of them, through which they reach Taco village, which is very beautiful. There they also see many Chinese mythical creatures. When they meet the people of Talo village, they tell them to leave and were about to attack them. But then there comes Ying Nan, who is the sister of Shang-Chi's mother. She tells the people of the village that they are our people and will stay with us. She tells them that her people have been here for 4,000 years, protecting them and their world from the evil behind that gate. Shang-Chi tells her that his dad is coming to open that gate as he feels that his wife is locked behind that gate. She then explains the history of Ta Lo, that thousands of years ago, the village was attacked by the soul-consuming Dweller in Darkness and its minions, but was saved by a Chinese dragon called the Great Protector, who helped seal the dark gate to the Dweller's world. According to Nan, the Dweller in Darkness has been influencing Wenwu to believe Li is still alive so that he will open the gate. She tells that her father is not the first who is coming to open that gate, but for centuries many people have failed by trying like this. And one thing that was common in all was that they used to hear a voice and promise their greatest desire. The training of all of them starts there. Shang-Chi asks Ying Nan that only his mother could defeat Wenwu, so teach me how she used to do it, and Ying Nan starts training him. Finally Wenwu comes to Talo with his army and fight starts. Shang-Chi goes to stop his dad, and his dad asks him, will you stop me alone? Shang-Chi starts getting loaded on his dad, but then his dad hits him with a super punch. Shang-Chi falls into the water. Wenwu hears his wife's voice, so he goes to break the gate and starts hitting the gate, which cracks the gate and unleashes several soul-sucking demons. On the other hand, a fight is going on between the 10 rings and Talo village when Ying Nan sees the creature. Then Xiaoling tells Razorfist that we have to fight this together, but Razorfist says that we don't need anyone, and then the dragon attacks him and Razorfist sees that his weapon is not affecting the creature. One of the demon kills the death dealer. The demons suck out more souls as fuel to release the Dweller. Then Ying Nan comes and kills it, and Razorfist agrees to fight with them. Many creatures start coming towards them and they get ready to fight with them. Meanwhile, Shang-Chi, who was drowning in the water, hears his mother's voice, and then the Great Protector, who was in the water, comes out taking Shang-Chi with him. The Great War begins here, and Ying Nan tells Shang-Chi that he has to stop his father. Shang-Chi goes to stop his father and they start fighting there. Shang-Chi was fighting his dad very well, and he was fighting just like his mother. Wenwu attacks from that ring, but Shang-Chi was now able to control the rings. Finally that gate opens and the Dweller emerges from it, who first grabs the Wenwu, but before dying, he gave his rings to Shang-Chi. Xiaoling brings the Great Protector, on which Shang-Chi climbs up and they start moving towards the village. Dweller was about to attack the village when the Great Protector with the help of water stops him, and Dweller starts getting weak due to lack of soul. But then Dweller's minions start bringing him souls. Due to which power comes in it and it comes out of the water. It attacks the Great Protector and starts sucking his soul, while Xiaoling is also held by the dragon, and she tells Shang-Chi to leave her, but Shang-Chi says not again. Katie shoots an arrow that hits the Dweller's neck and it lets go of the Great Protector. The Great Protector again entangles him in the water and Shang-Chi puts his rings inside the dragon. Shang-Chi makes his final attack and breaks the Dweller into pieces. The survivors honor their fallen warriors, including Shang-Chi honoring Wenwu. They light lanterns and send them off across the waters. Shang-Chi and Katie return home and recap their whole adventure to John and So, who both think the two are mocking them. Then Wong opens a portal into the bar in front of everyone to invite Shang-Chi and Katie along for another mission. The two waste no time and step through the portal. In the mid-credits scene, Shang-Chi and Katie meet Bruce Banner and Captain Marvel with Wong as they discuss that when Shang-Chi used the 10 rings, it activated a beacon. Before they can continue to figure out what it means, Shang-Chi and Katie take Wong to the karaoke bar where they get drunk and sing. In the post-credits scene, Xialing now appears to be the new leader of the 10 rings, with Razor Fist now working under her as the surviving members are seen continuing their training while she makes new plans for their future.